Thank you very much. Namaste.
Thank you.
I'm sitting with three generations, right? One grandfather, of course, yes, right?
Yes.
And one then his daughter, and then her daughter, right? So she is Mayan. Go on, far across that distance, and the spaces between you have. Be sharing,
Be sharing.
be lovely,
Be lovely.
be hopeful,
Be hopeful.
be desireful,
Desire.
and be a good human being.
Be a good human being.
Be collaborative. Jews community are called very creative, very innovative, and very dynamic, very visionary. You are being youth. What do you think about this? Is this the fact I'm talking about?
All the
Lord
other
Vishnu's and yeah.
Vishnas and Hare Krishna and etc. And
Right.
I'm here to see it, and I like it. I
Right.
like the colorfulness of it and the singing and the music and everything.
So, are you being fascinated
But-
towards Hindu religion or Hinduism?
I'm quite fascinated about the legacy of belief in God.
Okay,
There is no God. There is no such thing.
it's a straightforward statement.
Absolutely. Who are being born to their mothers,
Okay.
you know.
If you use the religion to promote hatred and to promote violence and to promote
Right. This is called mob.
more importantly,
That's more important.
Till then, we all have to live,
Yes.
and we have to live together,
Together,
and we have to live peacefully
peacefully.
and be good to one another.
Exactly.
This is the most important.
Exactly. I want to say one thing. This place belongs to Hinduism culture.
Sure.
You belong to Jewish community. I belong to Islamic religion. But we all are human beings. And the Assalamu alaikum, namaskar, sat shri akal, and kamagani, and absolutely good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Today, I feel very privileged to a talk session as I'm sitting with three generations, right? One grandfather, of course, yes, right?
Yes.
And one then his daughter, and then her daughter, right? So she is Mayan,
Yes,
right?
Mayan.
Mayan. She is Galia,
Yep.
and sir is
Dan.
Dan, right? So Dan sir, and we have Galia ma'am, and we have Mayan, right? So first of all, I would like to ask to you, as you told about your lifestyle, you are more into spirituality and more spiritual. Don't you think that spirituality is somewhere to surrender ourselves, that we don't want to achieve a lot of things and we move to the path of spirituality? What would you like to say about this?
Yeah, I agree. It's also about finding peace within yourself so that you can create peace in your surroundings.
Right.
And in that way, maybe it will kind of trickle down to the wider circles.
Right. Actually, I want to understand one thing. Like, can we relate spirituality to religion? Because as we see, if you are a religious person, you are a different person. But if you are spiritual, you are a different person. What do you think about this combination?
I think it's two separate things.
Two separate
I think that, like, for example, I'm not religious. But to connect with myself, with other human beings, with the universe, with and try to be a good person from a place inside.
What's your religion?
My religion is Jewish.
Jews, right?
I don't like practice.
You don't like practice. So you're from Israel. You're from Israel. As we have some of the practices, like we worship to the wall, right? There is a wall that we worship. So have you ever practiced it? What's called that? That's called Mount Wall, Western Wall, right? So have you ever been there, or have you ever worshipped it or not?
I've been there,
Okay.
but I don't worship it.
You don't worship
I go there like a tourist, like anybody.
Actually,
just
you go
to
as a
visit.
tourist.
Yeah.
So you're more practical, I think.
I'm more practical, but I think I find my own way to be spiritual and
Right.
like I said, I think for me, honoring peace and being a good person, that's my spirituality.
Right. Do you also read Torah?
I not me again.
We live in a very religious place because we
Okay.
live in Jerusalem.
I think you live in Jerusalem.
Yeah.
It's also a conflict zone as well.
Very conflict zone. And I think also what's nice about spirituality is that it can be very individual. And sometimes religion has rules that kind of, everyone thinks the same and does the same. And it's easier to get lost in the religion. And spirituality seems like, for me, I think it's more individual and you can kind of create your own.
Don't you think like if we be more spiritual, so we are somewhere lost within? We are just lost within. We don't attach with the people. We don't attach with the materialistic world. And we are like lost within, happy within, lost within, thinking within. What do you think about this?
If you're spiritual, you're lost within. I don't know. I think, I mean, you can be lost within in whatever, even if you're not spiritual. It's,
I think you can be lost within if you're not spiritual.
yeah, I don't think, I don't know. I don't think spirituality is necessarily the answer to not being lost.
Okay.
Everyone finds their own way to connect with others, or they don't.
I think one thing I have been actually noticing, or I have been hearing and observing, as Jews community are called very creative, very innovative, and very dynamic, very visionary. You are being youth. What do you think about this? Is this the fact I'm talking about?
If they're very creative.
Creative, yes. Jews community is like believe.
No,
Why is it so?
I don't think the religion has anything to do with being
Creativity.
creative.
So I think you're not more religious.
I'm not religious at all.
Sir, I have a few questions for you, as you are one of the eldest of them, right?
Right.
So, are you religious?
No. I'm
You are-
not only not religious.
Huh? It is actually a big statement you are giving, like you're anti-religion.
Yes, I think religions are wrong. I don't think there is a God.
You don't think there is a God?
There's no Allah. There's none. None of that is true.
Okay.
People have a tendency to make up their own fantasies, you know.
Okay. Okay.
So here we are in this space here where the Hindus are having all the
Lord
other
Vishnu's and yeah.
Vishnas and Hare Krishna and etc. And I'm
Right.
here to see it, and I like it. I
Right.
like the colorfulness of it, and the singing and the music and everything.
So, are you being fascinated
But-
towards Hindu religion or Hinduism?
I'm quite fascinated about Hindu religion,
Okay.
but that doesn't mean I believe in it. You know what I mean? It's like I don't run my life according to
Religious.
religious
Right.
dictums. Not only that, I think religion is, I mean, monotheistic religions are at the heart of many problems. You mentioned the war we have now in the
In
Middle
Jerusalem,
East.
yes.
It's a religious war. It's the Muslims are against the Jews. This is what is going on. And it's been going on like that. Yes. I'm not saying, no, it's not only one way. It's the Jews against the Muslims and the Muslims against the Jews, but it's religion. If we didn't have religion, maybe we would be able to live in peace. But because we are adhering to a religion, peace is an impossibility.
Right. Right.
And
Guess a bit more emphasis on peace, maybe we would have less problems.
That is the fact. I agree with all the statements, right? As I read the history, right, I belong to the Muslim. So whenever I hear the news of, Jerusalem, I hear the news of that, that war, I feel very offended. I feel very, hurted, very painful that people are being killed, people are dying due to that. Right. So I feel very painful actually. What would you like to say? As we know, Jews came first, right? According to the mythology, religious mythology, Jews came first. Christians originated, as we know, that Isa Masih, right, which is called, Jesus Christ, and then Muhammad Sahab came, which is known as the Prophet of Islam, and first there was Musa, right, and Dawood.
supposedly the Hebrews,
Yeah, Hebrews.
were ancient people.
Yes.
Right, but they brought a legacy which is not true. It's not a true legacy.
Okay.
The legacy of belief in God.
Okay.
There is no God. There is no such thing.
It's a straightforward statement.
Absolutely. Like, for example, when you say in Islam, La ilaha illallah,
Muhammadur
or
Rasulullah.
Muhammad Rasulullah. Okay, Muhammad Rasulullah
That is fine.
it's a fact, yeah. Because Muhammad was probably a person
Okay.
and he saw himself as a messenger. Okay,
Right.
that's all fine. But the problem is the God issue. You know, the Allah. There is no Allah. I'm sorry to disappoint
No, no,
you.
no, no.
In case you are, I believe so. Right.
No,
I
you
believe
believe,
so.
and that is a very partial point, and that's a very clear cut point, and I
Very
don't want to
clear-cut.
just. But first of all, don't you think like okay, Muhammad Sahib came right, or Isa alayhi salam came, or Musa alayhi salam came, or Dawood alayhi salam came. So don't you think that there is a supreme God who actually gave the births and who gave the lives to them? Like, don't you think about it?
No, I think people are being born to their mothers.
Okay.
You know, they come out of sexual union. You
That is
know,
fine.
and love, by the way, also,
Okay,
which
right,
is very
right,
spiritual,
right.
in my opinion. And there are people. Some people are more charismatic,
Fine.
and they are and people are very political. And religion enters into politics, or in other words, religion is a form of politics. And it's a way of amassing people. It's a way of controlling people, making people behave in a particular way.
Say that religion can also be a beautiful thing.
Okay.
And I think the place where it gets more where we don't maybe agree with it is when you let religion, or maybe even more specifically the religious leaders, think for you, because also our religions have very beautiful messages that we don't necessarily listen to, and people forget.
Right.
Like Judaism is also based on war, and you cannot like people aren't always accepting
The
others.
point is that like somehow you are showing your disagreement just due to the war. You don't want to see the war. You don't want to see the violence. Because of religions, but you don't want to see the violence. You don't want to indulge yourself in violence, right? I'm talking about the fights, which is religious fighter.
I think this is maybe where the spirituality and religion are different, because if you use the religion to preach peace and to promote peace and to promote being a good person, treating others like you want to be treated yourself. Like if you use it for those things, it's very good. It can be a good force. But if you use the religion to promote hatred and to promote violence and to promote disrespect of other people, then it becomes a bad thing, you know?
I have a very interesting question. So will be coming and joining us. Matlab, he's so interesting personality, I could say. Don't you think that we all must have a supreme God? We all must have a supreme person where we surrender. Like for example, when we say Om Namah Shivaya. So Om Namah Shivaya means the Shiv, who is the biggest one. We are bowing down. We are bowing down in front of the Lord Shiva. When we say La ilaha illallah, it means that the Allah illallah, it means that we believe that the Allah is the biggest one where we are going to bow down and surrender, right? So whenever we say Ek Omkar Satnam Karta Purak, it is a Sikhism mantra and a line. So it means that we are going to surrender. So don't you think as a human being, if we don't surrender to any supreme God, we are going to be more anxious, more stressful, more depressed?
But why must we surrender?
Why not? She's your mom. So can you just argue, or can you say, "Hey, mom, what are you talking about? I don't agree with it," and she does it. And the moment you do it, I think she gets offended that time. She may be feeling, "Oh yeah, what is my daughter doing? Come on."
Yeah, but I don't know.
Well, then we talk about
it's
it.
life. We are
I don't want you to surrender.
equal. Well, maybe not equal in our house. I still respect her, but I'm not. I'm also a person. I don't feel the need to surrender to people. Like, I'm asking you, why do you feel the need to surrender?
what do I feel to need to surrender? Because as you are saying, I just had a conversation with some of European people, right? They said that they were earlier very anxious and very stressful. The moment they started following the path of religion and the spirituality, they just started feeling light. So they started feeling calm and relaxed. So I want to understand, is it really true that if we surrender, or it's my perception that if we surrender, we are more peaceful?
That's what I was saying
Yeah.
earlier. And also, I think people are different. There might be people that this is what gives them peace. Great. For me, I don't care how you find your peace. If you find it through religion and it makes you a more peaceful person, great. If you find it through another way, like my son is a musician,
Okay,
he finds it through music, then great. As long as you are living, promoting and practicing peace in your life. But if you follow religion and it makes you a violent person or if it makes you a hateful person, then whatever way is good for you, I'm all for it.
Fine. So I would like to give you one actually situation. The situation is that if you become the Prime Minister of Israel,
Yes.
all right, and let's hope so. So if you become the
Not much chance of that.
so if you become the Prime Minister of Israel, what will be your decision for that? We have the that's called sorry, we have the temple town, we have that Jerusalem, and we that's called Al-Aqsa Masjid according to Islam.
Sure.
So what will be your decision for that?
Well, if I become Prime Minister of Israel, I would do the best I can to reach some kind of a solution to the Palestinian problem
Okay.
and to find a way to somehow appease the Palestinian, maybe give them a homeland, state of their own, and achieve peace, which is the biggest dreams that we have. And as far as the Aqsa Mosque, it's a religious temple, just like this one here, and they should continue to come there if this is what fulfills their aspirations. You know, if this is what makes them feel that it's important to pursue it.
Right.
But I would not give the Al-Aqsa Mosque any more attention than I give the Philharmonic Orchestra or
Okay.
the jazz groups of Tel Aviv or New York City.
Right.
It's culture, you know. It's
Right.
religion, by the way, is very culture.
Right.
So there's a lot of culture going on.
Somewhere.
This is also a lot of culture here.
Right.
Look at the pictures, look at the images, look at the
Right.
the colors.
Right.
And stuff. And many of the things here are very, very beautiful. The cows, for example, for me, I'm really enthralled by that because, I see this, respect to the animals and the love to the animals, etc.
So
The
you
monkeys, everything
Okay.
here is very exciting.
very excited.
To belong to a place where the animals have the same standing as human beings.
That's right.
It's-
So
it's
it means
very
that
unique.
you like it. You like the culture of India, the way
Oh,
we respect
Very
animals.
much. I love the culture of India. I love the food of India. And I like the people of India.
Okay, great.
They're
Thank you so
very
much.
nice people
Ah.
and very kind people. And
So-
in the Middle East, unfortunately, people are not like that. People are nervous. People are anxious. People are afraid, Here, you don't have to be afraid of anything, You're free here,
Right.
which is
Right.
a big thing. Indians should really be proud of how they
Absolutely. Absolutely.
live in a place like this, many people. And yet it's very interesting to see, like we were driving
All right.
from Delhi to here
Okay.
and we saw all the traffic and stuff and everybody's honking and everybody's pushing, but nobody's getting mad. Nobody gets angry.
All right.
No, it's done with a lot of respect and a lot of calmness and coolness.
Coolness.
It's very nice. So we have a lot to learn from you guys.
Right. Thank you. Thank you
And
so much.
we hope the Middle East will come to that point,
Right.
where they will
Absolutely.
stop all this
Absolutely.
violence,
Absolutely right.
It's useless.
So, what's the tastiest dish you have eaten in India?
What?
What's the tastiest The most delicious.
Well, we're only starting, you know. This is our third day.
Okay, third day. So
Yeah,
what? Dal chawal,
we
gulab
already
jamun.
we had all kinds of Indian things.
Anything you remember that's
Well,
the test
the
here?
names, you know.
What's the name? How was it? Like,
It's very good.
Very good cooking.
Something with paneer.
I said something paneer.
Not palak paneer.
All right,
but
so-
like a brown.
Okay, okay. So it was paneer, by the way, right?
Yes.
Here you took here.
No, on
No.
the way here.
Okay, you just took on the way.
On the way, yeah.
The way.
So how you
Because we
came?
just arrived yesterday.
You just arrived yesterday
Yeah.
from Delhi to here.
In Delhi, we arrived yesterday.
Okay, you arrived
and
yesterday in
We arrived
Delhi.
here last night.
I have my own institution for public speaking and communication skills in Delhi.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm also from Delhi. I just came at morning today. I'll go back at evening. Right.
Oh, wow.
Yes, absolutely. The last question I would like to come with. First of all, what are your perceptions and thoughts about India?
India. I don't feel like I can say it because I've seen a very small part of India.
Okay.
But so far, I really love it. It's very colorful and it reminds me a bit of where I grew up in my childhood, and I like it a lot. Yeah,
That's
Where did
fantastic.
you grow up?
in Malawi.
Malawi,
in Africa.
Africa. Okay. So you studied there, or you were born
There because my mom likes to move a lot of countries.
Okay. How many countries have you explored?
Like lived in,
Lived in or explored?
explored a lot. I
Okay.
don't even know. But we lived in America,
America,
and Malawi, Ghana, and Israel.
Israel, right?
And
Which is your favorite country?
my favorite country,
It's gonna be India.
I hope so. I
hope
mean, I really loved Malawi, but I love to live in Israel. It's
Okay.
my home, and
It's your hometown.
even though there's so many problems, I still love the people a
Great.
lot. Yeah.
Great, great. We must love the people, and we must love those people who belong to our homeland. Special and great culture in our country in India. Atiti Dev Bhava. This is a Sanskrit, quotation in a statement. Atiti Dev Bhava means we welcome our guest with open arms and open hearts. This is the dhanyavad. Right, and this is a kind of culture and Sanskriti which is called right of India. And I would like to ask you, what are your experiences about India?
So far, I feel the people are very, very friendly and very open. And I feel very safe,
Very safe,
very
very-
comfortable. And yeah, like my daughter said, it's very colorful, and there's so much. You just walk in the street and like there's so much going on. It's so interesting, so
interesting.
beautiful, very artistic. Lots of art everywhere.
Right.
It's wonderful.
Right. There is a line, you know Krishna, Lord Krishna. Do you know Lord Krishna? So this is a line, we say, and if you know about Islam, you know about Jews, you know about Christians, but let's keep all these religions one side. We all are human beings. We must love each other, must care each other, because one day we all have to die. Right? This is called maut.
But more importantly,
That's more important.
until then, we all have to live.
Yes.
And we have to live together.
Together,
And we have to live peacefully
peacefully.
and be good to one another.
Exactly.
This is the most important.
Exactly. I want to say one thing. This place belongs to Hinduism culture.
Sure.
You belong to Jewish community. I belong to Islamic religion. But we all are human beings. And the first thing, right? So let's repeat after me. Few things I will say, and you also have to repeat after me. Hello, everybody.
Hello,
Hello, everybody.
We all are human beings.
We all
All
are
are
human
human
beings.
beings.
There may be different religions:
There may be
Maybe
different religions.
Hindu,
Hindu,
Muslim,
Muslim,
Sikh,
Sikh,
Isai,
Isai,
Jews.
Jews.
But
But
the biggest religion of the life
the biggest religion of the life
is humanity.
is humanity.
If you are not a human being,
If you're not a human being,
you are not anything.
You're not anything.
You are even not actually a living person on this planet.
You're not actually a living person on this planet.
That is why
That is why
it's a very kind message.
a very kind
a very
message.
kind
It's
message.
a very kind message.
Please be caring,
Be caring.
be sharing,
Be sharing.
be lovely,
Be lovely.
be hopeful,
Be hopeful.
be desireful,
Desireful.
and be a good human being.
Be a good human being.
Be collaborative, be cooperative,
Be cooperative.
and be
Be
the best human being you can.
the best human being you can.
Thank you very much. Namaste.
Thank you.
Namaste. Assalamu alaikum. And all right. Thank you.
مش كتير مش بس
أنت معلوم شوية شوية. Not complete.
شوي شوي
شوية شوية.
ولا في
ولا حبيبي.
أنا كمان.
كمان هي فيها بحكي
All right.
شوي.
أنت very charming.
بيقولوا شوية شوية شويبس
شوي.
هجية
Swab Sagaya.
شويبس
Swab Sagaya.
هجية
Hagayo. What's the meaning of this?
means little by little the Schweppes will come.
Okay.
You
Oh.
understand?
Right.
It's an expression.
Okay. How many languages do you know, by the way? How many languages? Arabic,
I know English,
English,
Hebrew,
Hebrew,
French,
French,
Spanish,
Spanish.
Arabic.
Bonjour, ¿cómo se va? Bonjour, ¿cómo se va? You also know Sawa bien. Right. You also know languages? You are studying Arabic? Oh, great. So, أنت معلوم Arabic.
معلومة.
متعلم. Okay, great. So, should we start it?
You start.
I'll start. You just give a drum sound,
okay,
right?
Okay.
Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you. That is how I know you go on. Far across the distance, and the spaces between us. You have come to show you go on. Near, far, wherever you are, I believe that the heart can go on. Once more, you open the door, and you hear in my heart that my heart will go on and on. Thank you very much. Enjoy.
Okay.
That's good. Thank you.